Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for our morning show with yours truly, Dex the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan. Coming to you live from postwavetrading.com, home of the world famous postwave price trigger reports. Speaking of the price trigger reports, you definitely want to take advantage of the special that we're running. This is our appreciation special. We're saying thank you very much for being loyal listeners these past 10 plus years here on YouTube. So for you and you only, you can go to postwavetrading.com and subscribe to the monthly reports for only $99. That is going to be a huge discount once these prices rise, and they will be rising soon. You'll never see the prices this low again, I guarantee you. You can get the 1 year pro membership for only $997. I'm telling you, this is a steal. You have no idea how expensive this really is. And for this limited time, we are offering it to our loyal listeners at a ridiculous, insane discount. One trade will more than pay for a year's subscription. That's how powerful the pulse wave reports are. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at what we got going on here. And if you look here at the overnight markets, the US dollar is defying all naysayers by being up 13 pips. Yep, we're at 106.40 in the US dollar. The euro is at 106 even, down 13 pips. Pound sterling is down 25 pips at 121.40, and the Aussie is off 18 pips at 63.51. Bitcoin futures front month contract of October is up 820 at 34,665. The Ethereum October front month futures is up 20 and a half at 1802. Crude oil futures is up 2 cents at $83.75 per bushel. I said bushel, I mean barrel. Can you imagine if oil came in bushels? Oh, that would be quite messy. Nat gas is up 2 cents at $2.99. It did break above $3 briefly this morning. It hit $3.02, and that is on the November contract. Right now, I think most open interest is going to the December contract now, which is trading well above $3. Gold futures are up $2.20 per ounce at $1,988.30 an ounce. In the front month there, switched to December. Same thing with December silver, down 15 cents at $22.96 per ounce. Copper is off a penny at $3.60. Dow futures up 58 points at 33,327. S&P 500 futures down 16 and a quarter at 42.55 even. The NASDAQ 100 futures are down 100 and a quarter points at 14,746 and a quarter. Russell futures off 11.1 points at 1677.8. Soybeans off 5 cents per bushel at $12.90 a bushel. Corn is off a penny at $4.82 a bushel. And finally, wheat is off a penny at $5.79 per bushel. Well, on deck, we have JP Morgan's Jamie Dimon. He isn't impressed with central bankers' forecasting abilities. He ain't the only one. In tech, creating an Amazon of real estate with tech could fix home buying. And in business, Planet Fitness ex-CEO's hard partying ways has raised eyebrows among some staff. But first, the big story is lamenting layoffs. It's a question more and more startup employees are contemplating amid a historic downturn in the industry, coupled with a pullback in VC funding. But wait, hold on. I've jumped the gun. I forgot to do the 2-bar Charlie setup scan. So let's pause and go back to that. Starting with the US dollar. Nope, nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Still scanning. Nope, got close in the crude oil, but no cigar. Nothing there. Nothing there. All right, nope. Nope. Okay, maybe the grains have something. Let's see. Okay, soybeans came close, but nope. Okay, no 2-bar Charlie setups this morning. All right. So as I was saying, recent concerns over job security has always lingered in the high risk world of startups, but as insider Samantha Stokes and Madeline Renneberger detail, employees are on edge nowadays because of the threat of multiple layoffs in a short time. Now, instead of feeling relieved after surviving a round of job cuts, employees wonder when the next headcount reduction will occur. Now, the process has left employees feeling demoralized and stressed, with some telling Samantha and Madeline they've lost confidence and faith in leadership. It's worth noting that startups have always had a risk reward aspect, even if it didn't feel that way for a long time. For every successful startup, countless ones have failed, but seemingly endless venture funding and eye popping valuations over the past decade, especially in the wake of the pandemic, made it easy to dismiss the risks. Why work for a corporate entity and be a cog in the wheel when you can get hands on experience at a startup and make a ton of money along the way, right? But just because layoffs are a necessary evil of the startup industry, that doesn't mean employees' concerns aren't warranted. There are issues raised by sources that the uncertainty around how different layoffs were conducted, well, severance packages sometimes vary between round of layoffs, causing further confusion and fear. Another issue was the need for more transparency. Founders' positive outlooks in the midst of multiple layoffs were off putting to employees who just wanted to be treated like adults. I understand the importance of a leadership putting on a brave face for the troops and avoiding information overload, but keeping workers in the complete dark comes with its own risk. Startup employees often go on to start their own companies. So it'll be interesting to see how these experiences shape the next generation of companies. Future founders could take a more transparent approach to management, or it could just mean startups conduct deeper cuts initially to avoid more layoffs in the short term. Who's to say? Jamie Dimon points the finger at central banks. The JP Morgan CEO said at a conference that central banks were 100% dead wrong with their forecast 18 months ago. Going forward, he recommended preparing for possibilities and probabilities versus calling one course of action. The big money in building EV charging stations, well, the adoption of commercial electric vehicles means a huge opportunity for real estate investors to build charging stations. Prologis, the $100 billion owner of industrial and logical properties, has already reached a deal to build one such station in Southern California. And remember, we talked about this the other day, how one of the biggest factors that will limit this whole, run towards electric vehicles is going to be hampered and hindered by the fact that there are not enough charging stations spread out throughout the beltways, highways, and interstates of the United States. So it's limiting people to only local runs in their electric vehicles. We've yet to see someone take an 800-mile trip in an electric vehicle. Hybrids, different story, but an all-electric vehicle, nada. David Rosenberg warned investors not to repeat their mistakes before the 2008 financial crisis. The famed economist compared current predictions of a soft landing to the investors' complacency ahead of the 2008 crash. I'm willing to acknowledge that the recession has been delayed, but it has not been derailed, he wrote in a recent memo. Why buying a home is still so complicated? Well, Today's house hunters don't just face an inventory shortage and rising mortgage rates, with so many startups trying to update various parts of the process for the digital age. Buying a home has actually gotten even more complicated. In an age of AI, the new luxury item will be humans. You can buy an overwhelming variety of items online. This abundance has taken much of the satisfaction away from purchasing physical things. This is why experiences, which by definition are finite, become even more valuable. Microsoft has shut down an industrial metaverse project. Project Arism was the company's AI based drone simulation software, but Microsoft confirmed that it's discontinuing the project in December, and employees were told on Monday that the whole team will be laid off, according to a person familiar with the matter. In business, Planet Fitness CEO firing remains a mystery, but former employees say his behavior raised some eyebrows. Chris Rondo claims he was seriously blindsided by his ouster, but ex staff say he kept a keg in his office and would have assistants withdraw thousands in cash from his personal bank accounts to travel. How Snap lost its chance at becoming an advertising giant? Well, Snap's ad business makes up almost all of its revenue, but it's been losing a steady stream of advertisers to TikTok. Plus, it still hasn't fully recovered from Apple's privacy feature, so its ad business has some major hurdles to overcome. It's hard to know how much Uber and Lyft drivers are paid. Different pay calculations, car expenses, and customer tips can produce a wide range of driver incomes. Their hourly pay can be as low as $9 or as high as $40, depending on who's doing the calculations. In other news, how Baltimore's PD tactics in handling convicted sex offender Jason Billingsley may have enabled him to kill a tech CEO. Court documents reveal an even weirder story of the off duty pilot who attempted to turn off a plane's engine mid flight. Why would you want to do a thing like that? While IPAs are about to get more expensive and Scary Fest, Apple just announced an event for the day before Halloween. New York City has lost 100,000 apartments because rich neighborhoods keep combining units. Man, talking about greedy. So you don't want nobody to live next to you, so you buy up the unit next to you. Wow. Selfish much? Google is shaking up its sales strategy. And on the docket today, well, Happy World Pasta Day. The observance is meant to highlight how pasta is a healthy, sustainable food. Level Up. It's Sierra's birthday. Katy Perry and Pablo Picasso were also born on this day. And on earnings front, we got IBM, Boeing, T-Mobile, Meta, Mattel, along with other companies. And did you know that Trader Joe's frozen meals, favorite frozen Trader Joe meals, each under $6? The meals are a cheaper alternative to takeout. And reports is that it's a particularly fond of the mushroom ravioli and mini chicken tacos. So that's what people are saying they're fond of. All right, so that's all we got on the news front with the market information. Of course, there's a lot happening, and then also not a lot happening at all. What are you to do, right? We don't have anything coming up except for new home sales at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard New York time. So we'll see what happens with that. And you don't want to miss today's Outside the Box. That will start at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we have to deal with the elephant in the room. What is that elephant, you might say? Well, we need to talk about what's going on with these banks. Okay? We got to talk about it. because whether you want to admit it to yourself or not, a financial crisis is here. And U.S. banks are closing down hundreds of branches and laying off thousands of workers secretly. Yeah, you probably haven't heard much about that, but we do need to talk about it. All right. So you don't want to miss today's Outside the Box segment exclusively on Rumble. And with that being said, smash that like button, share these live streams with friends and family. You never know who it may inform, help, or encourage. And with that being said, subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Follow us over on Rumble, Postwave Trading on Rumble. Remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I'm out.